It's sale time. Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. How are you? Yes, it's time for another 48-hour flash sale. What's on the docket today? Designer fragrances. So over the past number of months, we've had Parfums de Marly sales, Initio sales, cologne sales. Now, some designer scents to kind of round things out. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on sale, and I do have a link in the description in case you want to go ahead and just jump on over there. I've got every fragrance that's part of the sale linked in that one link. So feel free to jump over there and check it out. But in today's video, what I'm going to do is go over with you guys the sale, how long it lasts, the coupon code, and some of the fragrances I want to highlight that are part of this sale that I think are really good deals. So let's jump into it. So as I said, guys, it's linked in the description below. It is jomashop.com running this sale, and there is a code associated with it, and that code is VAL15, VAL15. And so that code is going to give you 15% off the existing price of the selected fragrances. So whatever the price was, 15% less than that. Why VAL15? Because it's almost Valentine's Day. Kind of. Like, not exactly, but it's pretty close. So as I said, this one is a designer fragrance sale, and it covers a whole lot of different designer fragrances from a number of different brands. And as I said, I'm going to highlight for you guys some of the fragrances that jumped out to me and their price points, all that good stuff. So first off, we're going to do some scents from the house of Mont Blanc, and there are a number of Mont Blanc fragrances on there, not just the ones I'm going to talk about. The first thing that jumped out and caught my attention was Legend Eau de Parfum. Of course, Legend Eau de Toilette, the original, smells a little bit similar to Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, and then Legend Eau de Parfum follows up on that one. So it's kind of an evolution of the original Eau de Toilette, unlike Legend Spirit or Legend Night, which are kind of their own things completely. So Legend Eau de Parfum, a little more grown up, a little more modern than Legend Eau de Toilette, and it's one that's not as easy to find cheap, or at least not as cheap as the other Legend fragrances. But as part of this sale, you can get a 50 ml size bottle for $26.39. So that is crazy cheap for this fragrance. If you did want a bigger size bottle, you could get a 100 ml tester for $32.55. So still pretty cheap, and it's just up to you, you know, do you want to go for the bigger bottle but without a cap? Or do you want the full presentation, but a little less fragrance? They've also got Legend Red, a 100 ml size bottle for $39.59. That's the newest fragrance in the Legend lineup, though I'm not a big fan of Legend Red. I think that Legend Eau de Parfum is the better buy there. But of course, I don't speak for everybody. So, I mean, if you like Legend Red, or maybe you've really wanted it and you just haven't picked it up, and with that one, I definitely wouldn't pick it up for full retail, maybe now's your chance. And of course, it wouldn't be Mont Blanc without good old Explorer, the Aventus Junior fragrance from the house. And I'm just playing, it's not Aventus Junior, it's its own thing, right? It is, though, really versatile, big people pleaser, easy to wear, smells great. You can get a 100 ml size bottle for $42.23 of Mont Blanc Explorer. I bumped that up against the prices at Fragrance Net and Fragrance Buy. It was the best one. Fragrance Net was, I feel like, maybe $11 more, and Fragrance Buy is sold out right now. So yeah. Let's hop from Mont Blanc over to Dolce & Gabbana, and just like with Mont Blanc, and actually every house that I'm going to talk about, there are a whole lot of other fragrances that I'm not going to speak about that are part of this sale. I think overall it's close to like 280 fragrances. So Dolce & Gabbana, one of the best buys from them that I saw as part of the sale, K Eau de Parfum. Now, of course, I'm not a massive fan of K Eau de Toilette. I've spoken about that, and that is part of the sale also, in case you want to pick that one up. But I think K Eau de Parfum does what K Eau de Toilette does, but better. Wonderful blue fragrance, good versatility, basically everything you would want from that type of scent. You can get a 150 ml size bottle for $52.79. Yeah, 150 mils. That's pretty friggin' big. And you may not want that much or need that much of the fragrance, but I'm just saying, as far as bang for buck goes, that's pretty nice. Now, if you want to go with the 50 mil, that one's less. It's $34.31, and that is an amazing price point for that fragrance. That is crazy cheap. As far as mainline designer blue fragrances, 34 bucks is probably about as cheap as you will ever find. Then, of course, there's one of my personal favorites, light blue Forever. You can get a 50 ml size bottle of that for right at about $35. Technically, I think $35.19. But yeah, Light Blue Forever, amazing for summertime. I love the grapefruit in the opening of that. But if that's not your light blue of choice, maybe Light Blue O Intense is, and that one is part of the sale also. 50 ml of that is going to be a little bit more though. It's a little above $39, $39.59 is the official price. So between those two, for me, I'd go Light Blue Forever, but I know a lot of you out there would pick O Intense. And then the last Dolce & Gabbana that I'll talk about is the One Royal Night. That one you can get a 100 ml size bottle of, but it is a little bit more expensive than the ones we talked about before. This one is $51.03. Got to make sure you got that 3 cents in there. You don't want it to be an even 51. That'd be weird. 51.03. From Dolce & Gabbana to Tom Ford. One of the first things that jumped out at me is Black Orchid for $87.99. That's for a 50 ml size bottle, and the price points are going to go up here with the Tom Fords as compared to the fragrances we've talked about before, because it's Tom Ford. Up next for $132.05, Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver, the Eau de Parfum. And that's another one where I went and contrasted and compared. It's way cheaper than what they have Grey Vetiver for at FragranceNet. I think FragranceNet was like up over $200 or something. I could be misremembering, but I remember it was a lot more than what Joma Shop has it as part of the sale at. And then Fragrance Buy, I think, was closer to $150, like just under it, maybe like $147, something like that. And they also have a bunch of private blend fragrances on sale as part of this. Neroli Portofino, Oud Wood, fragrances like that. And Effing Fabulous, which if I say the F word, YouTube is gonna swoop into this video and punch me in the face, because they don't want any bad words. So yeah, Effing Fabulous, 50 ml size bottle for under $225. $224.39 is the overall price, and once again, cheaper than the other discounters as part of this sale. They've also got some signature line fragrances in their signature collection fragrances, such as Beau de Jour, that's part of this sale. 100 ml size bottle for $118.43. Beau de Jour, one of the more popular Tom Ford fragrances out there. So if you like Tom Ford, look through, see if there's anything that jumps out at you. As I said, most of these prices, the ones that I checked anyway, were lower than everywhere else. Jean Paul Gaultier is the house that we'll talk about next, most specifically Le Male Le Parfum, which is one of my favorite fragrances that's out there right now, one of my favorite releases over the past number of years in terms of designers. Great take on the Le Male DNA. The iris that's put in there takes it to the next level. Stuff is fantastic, and most of you out there agree, because I get hit up all the time from people telling me how much they dig that fragrance. 75 ml bottle, $61.59. So that's going to be the cheapest one, but maybe you don't want the 75 ml. Maybe you want the full honky, full honky, what? Yeah, that. Whatever that is, 125 ml size bottle for $70.39. And frankly, between those two, I think I would go for the 125. You're paying $9 more, which is not really all that much, and you're getting a full 50 milliliters of fragrance. I mean, one way that you could kind of think of that is if somebody walked up to you with a bottle of Le Male Le Parfum, a 50 ml size bottle, which doesn't exist, but let's pretend it did, and they said, I'll sell this to you for $9. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna take it. So that small bump up in price for the larger bottle, I would just go for that. They also have Scandal, a 100 ml size bottle for just under $75. $74.79 is the price point on that one. And Scandal is one of those fragrances that has grown on me more and more and more and more as I've worn it. I didn't dislike it at first. I enjoyed it, but that thing, it just does wonders as far as compliments and attention, and it's great during fall and winter time. So both those, very solid, and they have other ones there as well. Of course, they've got Ultramall, they've got Aviator, a bunch of other Le Male fragrances and flankers. From there, I'll run through really quickly just a couple of Gucci, Hugo Boss, and Herrera fragrances, and they also have some Givenchy on there as well. So Gucci, they've got a lot of different Guilty fragrances on there. Guilty Parfum, you can get a 50 ml size bottle of that one for $61.59. And they also have other sizes of that as well, obviously, that go up in price as the size gets bigger. And then you can get Guilty Eau de Toilette, the original Guilty, also 50 ml size bottle for a little bit less than that, just under $58. $57.19 is the exact price of that. So a lot of different Gucci's that you can check out. They also have a lot of ladies fragrances as well that I'm not talking about in today's video, but if you're looking for a gift for a loved one, or maybe you just want to pass the info on to a lady who loves fragrances, they've got a lot of fragrances for women on there also. So Hugo Boss, they've got some of the scent fragrances up there. I saw the Scent Le Parfum, the Scent Intense. There's Boss Bottled Parfum, a 50 ml size bottle for $43.99. That's probably the first one that I would point out other than the Scent Le Parfum, because Boss Bottled Parfum is a newer release, and that one hasn't made its way out to all the discounters yet. So being able to scoop it up for under 45 bucks, brand new, pretty sweet deal. And then with Herrera, Bad Boy Le Parfum, 50 ml size bottle of that, $61.59. I think it's a really good flanker. Bad Boy Le Parfum, to me, more interesting than the original Bad Boy. And they do have the original Bad Boy on there also. To be straightforward with you though, if you're a younger guy or somebody just looking for a compliment getting fragrance with some nice warmth and sweetness, Bad Boy Eau de Toilette will do that for you in spades. That stuff is really nice for that. So people that are, hardcore into fragrances and collecting and everything, they might say, oh, Bad Boy is boring, it's generic, whatever. But real talk, just as far as like normal people go and usability, Bad Boy's great. Bottle's a little bit tacky, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter that much. You're not really wearing a bottle, are you? So those are the fragrances I wanted to quickly run through with you guys here, just highlight some of the deals that jumped out to me. Again, the link is in the description. Check it out, look through everything, see if there's anything there that interests you. The prices that I checked when I looked through were better than everywhere else that I typically shop. And again, it does end on the 28th at 11 p.m. So 11 p.m. Eastern, it's done. And the code is VAL15, which shows up when you look on there anyway. So there we go. Thank you for hanging with me. Hopefully something in this sale appeals to you. If not, maybe they'll do another sale at some point in the near future that will. Thank you all for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.